Just wanted to do a quick video really to say hello and introduce you to our YouTube channel. I'm Craig. My wife Charlotte will also be appearing on the videos along with our dog Cheetah, who's down there at the moment. That's all he does really, so don't expect too much from him. And our travels with our motorhome, our old Talbot Express auto sleeper. Hope to bring you a few videos of a bit of work that we're doing on her, and also some trips away as well. So we'll start off with a quick introduction of the van and we'll go from there. So here she is, 1992 Talbot Express chassis with the auto sleeper executive body on the top. As you can see from here, generally quite tidy for a year. I think she's over 30 years old now. We'll have a quick wander around the cab and you can sort of see there's a few marks here and there, but generally speaking she's a tidy old girl. Now if we pop on inside, I shall give you the tour. So at the back we've got a kitchen area. There's the little oven down here, which works perfectly with its little 2-burner hob over the top. Somewhere to get the tea boiling up. And then over here we've got our sink with hot and cold water, and then your storage underneath, which to be honest has been plenty big enough really for us. And there's more up there. If we sort of swing around into the corner, you can see the executive bathroom. Its toilet, got a little sink that drops down, and then a bit of storage at the top. Coming back a bit, we've got a wardrobe. So obviously, rather than having clothes in, has a dog bowl. Nice bit of storage again in there. They're the legs for the tables. Underneath we've got a fire. That one's on gas. Only gas though, not electric. Swing around, we've got a control panel there for the electrics. Drinks cabinet, which seems to be where we keep all the wires. And a fridge underneath. Along the top, we've got storage cabinets down both sides. Then, slightly different, and this has been done by a previous owner, is the storage at the front. So when the van was new, this was actually a bunk bed. Well, not a bunk bed, sorry. It was would have made an actual double bed. Would have been a pull-out piece that would have fitted into that gap. And then, in theory, it was for 2 people. Now, I've got to say, I think you'd have to be very friendly to actually want to be in there with somebody else, because it's very low. So, as I say, previous owners added this wooden edging, which makes it perfect for storage. So we've got the little barbecue up there, the hookup leads up there, we've got the chairs in there, that's the TV. So it's great because I don't really know where we'd put these things otherwise, so it's a really handy space. It's got a nice little roof light above, which opens up as you need it to. And then if we step back, we've got the bench seats along both sides, which make into the bed. So the table tops actually make the bottom of the bed. Now the tables are actually nicely stored down the back of there. They've got their own little place. So you simply take those out, put them in the gap, and move the cushions across. It actually makes quite a comfortable bed. It's quite firm. And we found that's really quite nice for sleeping on. Not had any problems with that at all. Underneath the seats you've got pull-out drawers on that side, and that's got one pull-out drawer and one opening space with which is great for shoes and the like. So that's the basic look round. Obviously you've got the cab at the front, but it's a cab as you'd expect really. The seats are the originals. They're not uncomfortable. Quite alright, to be honest. And then obviously your cab up there with the all your normal controls. So everything pretty much is, apart from the front bit, as it was when it left the factory. We've got a few bits and bobs we want to do. Nothing really dramatic, to be honest. On the electrics front, so at the moment, as I say, that's the control panel. At the moment it runs on a 12 volt leisure battery, which is actually lives under the bonnet, bizarrely, but that is how they come. So the intention is to change that and actually have 2 leisure batteries within here. I'm actually going to use that cupboard down there for them, because, like I say, it's got shoes in at the minute, but it actually goes all the way back. There's plenty of space in there for a couple of batteries. And the idea is then to include solar up on the roof. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to put the control panels in the drinks cabinet, because I think it'd be a handy place for it. Now, as part of that upgrade, one of the reasons I want to do that is because of the fridge. So fridge at the moment, it's a standard 3-way fridge as you find in any of these caravans, motorhomes of this sort of age, that works on 12 volt, 240 volt or gas. Now it works perfectly on gas and 12 volt, but the 240 volt doesn't work. Now I could simply fix that and put a new element on, but what I've actually decided I want to do is change the fridge, put in a 12 volt compressor fridge instead, and then we'll run that off the solar and off the batteries. And having had one before, that'll be more than enough for what we need. 2 batteries have done it. We've had a previous motorhome with a similar setup, and we never had issues with the batteries running down with the solar. So we'll go on that one. Saves us a bit then. There's no messing around having to remember to switch it to 12 volt when you're on the move. There's no need for a hookup at all, really, once you've done that. And we won't be using gas, so the only gas will be for the hob and the hot water, so it cuts down on the gas consumption a little. Although, to be honest, I'm not really too bothered about that, but it would be nice. Other little jobs, I mean, this is a little job. It does me nutting, that paint that's flaked off the cover of the heater. So as a minimum, I'm going to repaint it. I am pondering whether to install a diesel heater instead. Going to wait and see on that one, see how we go, because I'm not 100% if we really need it. The other problem being that, well, it's not a problem as such, but the van runs on petrol, so I can't tap into the diesel tank to take the fuel for it, so we'd have to have a separate fuel tank. Just seems a lot of messing about, to be honest. So I'm thinking we may well just stick with that, or possibly get a newer version of it that perhaps runs on electric as well. At least then, if we are on site, cuts the running costs down a little. But we'll see how we go with that one over time. Another little job I need to do, which is water related and in the bathroom. Now, when we got the van, it had no hot water at all because the boiler had broke. Now I have fitted a new boiler and that's all working fine now. It's all as it should be, so we've got no problems with that. But somebody had been fiddling with the piping system. So the sink, for example, in here only has a cold water tap, because the hot water one, which would have been there somewhere, has been taken out, and so's the pipe work for it. It looks like we've got fittings for a shower there, but if I take that off the wall, there's nothing connected to the back of it at all. So again, the pipe work's been removed from the system for both the hot and cold for that. So at the moment, there's only a cold water feed coming into here. Now there is the hot water supply and cold water supply pipes in there, which I can simply cut into, put a T-pipe in, and then run up to taps. So my main thing at the minute is actually trying to find taps of a similar style that we can use in here. But that's a job on the list, and one that will get done. So at the moment we've got hot water in here, no problem with that, all works perfectly. Just need to do that one. But other than that, it's sort of all good. There's nothing urgent, there's nothing we can't live with. So yeah, great really. As far as mechanics go, we've been on a couple of runs. We've had one little trip away on with the van since we got her. Didn't have any issues at all. It runs nicely, starts fine. We've got the MOT coming up soon, so we'll see how we go with that one. There's nothing obvious, which is at least something, so hopefully we won't have any problems there. But we'll see how we go. A few little jobs I want to do. I mean, I have serviced it, so that's been done already. The engine mounts are getting ready. They're not the greatest, so that's a job that's very much on the list. I do actually have the parts to get that done, so that'll be coming soon, and I will try and share with you the process of that, which might hopefully be of interest. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Hopefully you like the little tour around the van. Obviously, videos in the future hopefully will be a bit more interesting. Us hopefully actually going places, doing a bit of maintenance on the van, and just sort of showing you life with an old classic Talbot based campervan, and hopefully it might inspire yourself to try it if you're not already got something similar. So that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.